नमस्कार। आप सभी लोग अपने अपने घरों पर सकुशल होंगे। तो जैसा कि हम अपने टॉपिक की बात कर रहे थे, दैट वी हैव स्टार्टेड द न्यू लेसन इन विच आई हैव गिवन यू अप टू द वाइल्ड लाइफ एंड इट्स इम्पोर्टेंस एंड वाई वी हैव टू डू कंजर्वेशन अबाउट देम. After that, there is another thing that is the most important thing, that the uses of the water. Basically, the use of water is in different places. Means without water, the life is not possible. But this can be always very necessary to proper management of the water is also needed by all peoples in different ways. Right. So due to that conditions, right, we have to just come known to that is it the human activities is affected to the use of the water. Yes, so especially there is a one more thing special, the development of the large dams. But generally we all have known the advantages of these large dams. Everybody is known about that generally they can be used for the irrigation of the crops, producing electricity, supplying water to towns and cities, to control the floods. But generally the question nowadays ask that is it these dams are also can provide any disadvantages? Yes, those are the disadvantages, like they can say they can be, especially such type of disadvantages are found over there, as I have already explained you, that the social problem means due to this, under this social problem these different organisms, a large number of people can be who are displaced from their original places. Economic problem, as I told you, the huge or expensive uses of huge amount of the public money is utilized for them, but we will not get the as much as their useful products one. Our last one, we can say environmental problem. It can causes a deforestation and loss of biodiversity of that endemic places. Right, means generally those organisms which are found only in that particular places, they are just disappearing in that particular time. So we can say that in that particular conditions there is no such things are found over there, so they are created the different kinds of the pollutions. Right, so after that we talk about the what are the main reasons for the loss of underground water availability. Means if the people can say generally as much as we are taking the large amount of water from our different places, right, so there are lots of regions which can be generally found in that conditions, that due to which the underground water is also decreasing day by day, water table decreasing day by day, because generally the rain in India is largely due to the monsoon, but this means that most of the rainfall is few months in India, so generally loss of vegetations cover of that area, so water is not seepage into the soil, and diversion for the high water demanding crops, and generally the people are utilizing to cropping, cultivating the different types of crops which needs a large amount of the water, right, or we can say the pollution from the industrial effluent, the unburned wastage or such things can be also increases, so these large lamps can be supplying over there. But after that, to fulfill the demand of water, the different ways to do the water harvesting systems. Generally, what the water harvesting? The water harvesting, we can say generally the collection of the rainwater during the rainy season, and it is utilizations for the various purposes. We can say means for the different using. But how this water harvesting can be done? For that particular conditions, we can say the digging pits, ponds and lakes can be utilized over there. Building small earthen dams and concrete check dams should be constructed over there, or construction of the dikes also over there, construction of the reservoirs over there, constructions of the rooftop collection until unity in the houses also. So due to this, we can say these such conditions can be always helpful, or evenly we can say that underground water is very advantageous, because that underground water does not evaporate easily, right, the water which is on the surfaces, the different water bodies can evaporate the water due to the heat, but underground water does not easily evaporates, or we can say it is spread out and reachable wells. Generally it can be always moves toward the wells through which we can be get it off, or we can say it provides the moisture for the irrigations of the crops, and it does not get polluted easily, or we can say it does not provide the breeding ground for the mosquitoes and the houseflies. Generally the surface areas, breeding areas, they can be affected to our ecosystem, but it does not affect our ecosystem, right? So different ways of utilizing of this water, we can say generally the irrigation method like the dams, tanks, canals have been used in different conditions or different areas of India in ancient times, but these were generally local investigations managed by the local peoples, right? So we can say the use of this stored water was strictly regulated and optimum cropping pattern based on the water availability were arrived on the basis of the decades, centuries expenses. The maintenance of these irrigation systems was also local affairs. Evenly, we can say when the British are arrived, they can change these systems of this irrigations. They can conception of large scale projects with large dams and canals transferring the large distances were first convened to the implemented by the British one. We can say that the mega projects led to be neglected of the local irrigation method, and government also increasingly took over the administrations and these systems, leading to the loss of over and local water sources by the local peoples. So they were started to do the such things. I mean, these are different methods of the water harvesting. As I have told you that there are different mechanisms through which water can be harvested and the underground water can be increases in different areas. So there is a traditional method which can be generally used in the Rajasthan, that is known as khadin. As you can say, there are different regions, especially these are the catchment areas, right? And this is the area where the water reservoir are found over there, and after that this is saltation areas over there, and this is the well, and this is a concrete wall over there. I mean, due to whenever the water can be flows to that lowland area, it can be stored over there due to this embankment, right? And it can seep down to over there, right? You must know that due to this water can be seepage infiltration, and due to which the water table can be increases, and we will capable to get the water with the help of these wells over there. So this method can be generally utilized, especially into the Rajasthan. Or instead of that, the different states in India, the different methods can be used in different ways. If we talk about the different concept in India which can be utilized in different places, especially in India, we can have Khadim tanks and Nadis in Rajasthan, Bandaras and Tals are in Maharashtra, Bandis in Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh, Ahars and Pines in Bihar, Khuls in Himachal Pradesh, Ponds in the Kandi belt of the Jammu region, Aries tank in Tamil Nadu, and the Surangams in Kerala and Kattas in Karnataka are the different ancient water harvesting mechanisms which are used in the different states of the India. So we can say they can be always helpful for the management of these watershed management, right? So we can say this watershed management can always the managing of water by the scientifically way, developing different primary and secondary sources of water. It meant that help to develop the primary sources of the land and water used to scientific method to increase the biomass and production of the secondary sources, so the ecological imbalance occurs. So these were rejoining the ancient and traditional ways to waste storage along with the mega project like the dams and reservoirs over there. After that, there is another thing that is especially we can say effects of the coal and petroleum, right? As we know that the coal and petroleum are the non-renewable natural resources, and we can say the coal are formed for the remains trees buried deep inside the earth some at least 500 million years ago, right? So we can say the petroleum is formed by the bacterial decomposition of the dead marine plants and the animals buried in the bottom of the sea, and these decompositions take place under the high pressure and temperature. The formation of petroleum take million years of the time. So we can say the coal and petroleum are, that's why they are known as the what fossils fuels, and we can say very soon coal and petroleum will be exhausted, because if we continuously we can utilize them, they may be just exhausted. But as we can say at the present rate of the uses of petroleum, they will last use of the 40 years and the coal resources will be last for over 200 years. Means the way we are using, we are consuming all these substances, they may be lost, they may be finished in that conditions, right? Or we can say generally coal and petroleum, whenever they can combust, they can be capable to produce the different gases like the carbon dioxide, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, right? So whenever these oxides are mixed into the air, it can be get polluted to all the air, or we can say they can be causes the different types of the diseases like the respiratory and the throat problems in the conjunctions etc. Or we can say the excessive emission of these gases may also leads for the global warming and the acid rain in different areas. So as you know, if the sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide can be found over there, it can be comes back in the formation of nitric acid, in the formation of sulfuric acid in our, and which can be destroys the forest evenly. We all have known that the Taj Mahal treaty means the marble cancers. You can see the color of the Taj Mahal is going to be yellowish now because of these acid rains. So we have to try to make this a condition. Evenly, the global warming can also increasing the melting of the polar glaciers, due to which the sea level is rising day by day. So it may be, if we talk about for a coming futures, it may be that all the lowland areas can be just submerged into the water due to any reason. So we all have to just manage all such things. So we have to get the different advantages to proper sustainable managing of natural resources. If we can capable to do such things, we can capable to manage the our natural resources. Means this sustainable natural resources management can be always helpful us to control the uses of resources in such a way so to provide for its equitable and continuous ability not only to the present generation but without any harmful impact on the environment. Or we can say generally they can have the different advantages: the equitable distribution, controlled exploitations, minimum wastage and disposal of the waste proper manner. So this way we all understand about this one, that we all have to try to manage all these things, all these natural resources judiciously, properly and sustainably. Development should be utilized by the different people, so it can be always help us that we can capable to manage our nature and natural resources. So students, as this way your topic is completed, your lesson is also completed. So in next time we will start the new lesson, so you must learn it, and if you still any problem you can ask me. So students, you must prepare your notes. Thank you.